Welcome back. I am Chan the Tech Man, playing Uru live. Well, probably on this stream. Do the getting started kind of video for people that's just starting Uru live, and how to get the KI. So we'll start here from when you first log in. It'll be your Relto. This, yours will be different and won't have all of this stuff when you first log in for the first time. It will not have 4 pillars. It will have 1. To know more about what to do on all of that on the first of the game, just start at the beginning of this playlist on YouTube, and to go to play all of that, and what to do with the pillars and all of that. This one, I did the KI differently. Because I did it how I would do it with complete Chronicles. And so that's why I did it differently on the KI. So that's I wanted to make this video so people, you want to start first with the KI in the neighborhood and stuff, to do it this way. So when you come in, first come on, walk over into your cottage, go to this wall. You will not see all of these books, but you will see a neighborhood book. The first book here. This is a neighborhood book. The blue one. First book. This will be in everybody's Relto when you first come on. And go here. You see this right here. Just click this. And this will be your neighborhood. And somebody else might be online in your neighborhood. This is I think you will be a public neighborhood unless you make one. But other people will be part of your neighborhood. And you see this, where you see other people that was logged in here in this neighborhood. The pellet scores. This will glow if you have a KI. So I don't know if it'll glow if you don't have a KI. This up here is the chat, and this is the KI. See, it shows people that's logged in, their names and stuff. This is a KI. And this is the KI interface, and I will read the book on that. I'm not going to go and explain this a lot. This is a buddy list. If you want to send somebody a direct message, click on this, their name, and type in something. It'll send them a direct message. You can click here, recent, to say if somebody's not on your buddy list. Click on the name. You can click to add them to your buddy list. It shows where they're at. And stuff. If they send you a location link, I will show you that just a little bit later in the Nexus. But you can't do the Nexus until you get your KI. And this is in messages, pictures people have sent and stuff. This is a way you could take pictures here by clicking that. It's a limited amount of storage. And you'll see all of this stuff when you do the marker runs to explain that. And you can hit this to close your KI and hit this to bring it back up. It's your preference whether you want it closed or not. And here's the neighborhood. I tear this a little bit before I get to KI. This is a heat game a lot of this stuff you just have to watch through my playlist, but I'm going to do a quick one in case you just want to know about stuff when you're first getting on this game. This is a heat game. It's like rock, paper, scissors. It's really fun. I have played this. I really enjoy this little game. And you really want other people to play with you. You get to see these round things is how many people can play. They sit down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. But it's really fun, even with 3 players. And you need at least 2, I think, maybe 3. 3 is good. More is the better. This is a little garden. Pretty nice. I'm not going to explain about where the Relto pages are and stuff. You can go up here. You can get here another way. But here's the classroom. And I'm going to go back. This is another way to get to this area. It's over here, and I'll show you where it comes out right here. And over there's a little telescope and looking area, and you can look through the telescope. Here's the image viewer I've uploaded. That's the image I've uploaded. The water fountain, of course, Eddie the beach ball. See this sign? Welcome to DRC. Welcome to DRC Bevan. For more info, go to the classroom, and have an arrow. You can go over here to the classroom. And you see where the classroom is at by classroom. This is a little different than the Complete Chronicles. And seeing you walk in here, and I look, you have a thing. Welcome to Denny. Please link to Garrison to Age to pick up your KI. Garrison Age book is in the linking area. See, there's a map where you're in the classroom. You walk out the classroom, and there was this little area here where I come through here, and I also come through here. You can go down here, and there's another area there, and that shows where the book is. So let's go get that before we read. You just walk out the classroom, hit this blue one again, and the door will open. Walk out the classroom, see, we come from down here first time, and we come from over there. Here's a door. Somebody's opened it. Closed it. It's usually open. You can click at it if it's not open. And there's the area they was talking about, and here's the book. It showed the first book as you walk in. You just click on that, and it'll pull it up, and click on this image to link to it. You link to a round room. It's completely round. Just turn it left or right, either way, until you get to the door. Go through this door, and look, there's an arrow pointing. Please retrieve your KI, and the arrow pointing to the right here. And you go right. And it might be a little buggy to turn. Just keep hitting it until so you can turn, or you can turn doing your mouse and clicking your left clicking your mouse. I think you can only go one way because that's blocked off that way. So that's a little hint there too. Just keep going and go through that door. You can't go through there because that's blocked. Go around this way. Go through that door and go to another door. There's some stuff you really don't want to play around with this at all until you get your KI. There's a linking stone. Don't take that yet. If you want to know more about that, go watch from the start at the beginning of the playlist and go through this door. And you can't. Well, you probably can go through here. I don't know. No, they have it blocked off. Good. So you can't go through there. There's a Nexus. Just hit here, click that, and you'll put your hand in there, and you'll get your KI. And that's how you get your KI. I'll take a screenshot of that. And you got your KI. Then since you hit that, you'll have this down here. You can click and do some stuff. And here's the Nexus. Let's go ahead and click that so you can see what that is. That's a Nexus book. It's also in where that round room is with where I got the link to get to this book, to this age. There's 3 ages there in the back, and you'll learn, if you want to know more about those, you watch the beginning of this playlist from the start. And the center book out by itself is this book for the Nexus 2. Once you get your KI, you go to the Nexus and just go forward. As soon as you link there, if you don't move and just hit the straight forward button, then you can click on this, and it'll put your KI in there to open that up, and this is your KI links. You can click this to go to your neighborhood. Click that. At city locations, I think everybody will have this one, and I'm not for sure what else you'll have. Maybe Corral. You'll have this. You can go to the ferry terminal. I will go there in just a second to show everybody on registering all of these different things here. Private links. This is if somebody sends you a link in your KI from their age, where they're at, to their private Relto or their other ages. They can send you a link in their KI, and it'll show up here. You click it and go there. It's public links. All the public links, mainly people's neighborhood, and you can see that, and you see if people's there or not. That's pretty neat. And personal links is all your little personal links that you've used through the linking stones and where you've linked to and stuff like that. Like when you hit Garrison, and to show up here on your Garrison, all the different little links you go to and show up here. And I don't know how you scroll. Okay, you can scroll up once you go all the way down. And just click. I'll show you how to link. Like, it shows how many people. When you go through here, this is the public Agira, and you see a maximum 50 people can get in at once. Maybe it shows up to, rolls over to another Agira. Then I don't know. And the 3 people are there now, and it'll be 3 people could be there. You can do voice chat and stuff. You can hit tab to do voice chat if you have a microphone hooked up. Stuff like that. You can do a chat. That's self-explanatory. I won't have to describe that. But when you link in, your KI will always be closed. So you can hit that to open it, and go around the area and hit these places. I've already registered, so I'm not going to. But you get close enough, you can click that, and it'll put your hand. You might want to change that to second, third person view to click at. Sometimes you get too close, you can't see it to click it. You click at it and to put your hand in to register it in your KI, your Nexus, I mean. And it'll show up in your Nexus, that location. This one is already there, so you don't have to do that. You can do it anyway just to make sure. And this is the readings. You'll find out more about this if you want to get the readings and not have to do those. So watch this in my playlist. I'm not going to tour. I just want to show you. This is a basic on to get started. When you link in, you can go up these stairs. Link in from the ferry terminal. To the ferry terminal from the Nexus. You go and up the great stairs here. And this will, in Complete Chronicles, at first it's blocked, but you can get in here through this. You go upside, either left or right on this, it don't matter. Just keep going up. And there's different KI register locations. There's one, you go up here. There's one. I will show you that. You need to register that. this one by clicking on it the same way. I'll show you. I'll just show you the. I don't know if I hit all the locations or not. There's another one. It's a palace one. You can go out through that palace thing, around room, go out the other side, keep going, and you go up here. And keep going through here. And just keep going straight. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. Is when you first come in, it's good to do all of these. Just keep going. You go down these steps. And you go around to the left. Then left, there's the library. You can go down in there to go to the library. The top doors are closed. And there's another KI location. Register that one, and that will show up in your Nexus, a Nexus location, or whatever you want to call it. You want to register that one the same way as the other ones. You'll hear me call it KI location or Nexus location. Because I call it KI location sometimes because you got to register your KI to show up in your Nexus. Just go back up through this way after you register that. Just come back through here. And I want to go this way just so you can see. There's an arrow. You can come out this way. You can see people down there if people's there. There's another location I want to show you to register. This is a long way, but once you get up here, you'll see where it's at. Might not be a long way, I don't know. The concert hall. And I actually forgot about this one. I'm glad I went that way. Register that, your Nexus location. Show up in your Nexus. And come around here. I'm glad I did go that way. This is a good way to go. Follow the way I'm going. All of that. And you register all of them. And it'll show up in your Nexus. Keep going around here. Come around here. And you'll recognize where you're at here in a minute. Remember seeing this spot from the bridge? And there's the Kadish Gallery. You'll go there in the game and watch my playlist for that. You come around through here. And just go up here. Go up through here. And you'll recognize where this come out at. See where this come out at? You come up through there from the stairs. It's over there. You come to this side of the stairs. So you go down that way to get there. Just when you come from the stairs, you go straight down there to get to that way. Go over here. Go down here. Sometimes people hang out down here because they'll link in down here from this. And register that. I don't need to register because I already have it. Click that and it'll register that in your Nexus. You get to your Nexus one way, just click all these books in those locations, you'll go to your Nexus. Or you can go there from your, I'll show that at the very end, from your, you get to the Nexus from your Relto. You click this, and you get here to the Nexus, and it'll open up the screen, and it'll show all of those locations that you just registered here. And I'm going to go to, on this one, to my neighborhood because I'm going to read you the KI. I actually haven't read this, so this is good for me to read. Go to your neighborhood. You can read this separate. You don't have to do that in your this, but you can do that so you can read it for yourself. Go over here and go into your library. I'll show you real quick here while we're close to it. There's a Nexus in the neighborhood. It's that one by itself I talked about. These other books over here you don't need to know about right now. You click on that just pull it up, click here, and you pull it up to see it go to the Nexus. And I showed you that. That's a linking stone to go to Agira. You'll need to do that sometime in the game. You watch my playlist for that. I'm going to go into the playlist, to the classroom. After you've got your Nexus, go in here. After you got your KI, go in here and switch views. Click this and read this, KI Nexus. And a whole lot. I don't know if I want to read all this or not. I'm going to read some of it. We'll see. Because of the request for more information regarding the KI Nexus system, the DRC has chosen to publish this document. We would like to thank the Guild of Breeders for the amount of work they put into writing this document. We greatly appreciate it. Please be aware that even though areas and or actions are described in this document, DRC does not approve them. There are certain areas that the DRC has not deemed safe and certain actions that have not been approved. Certain dangers apply to these areas and are out of our control. And this is a different book than Complete Chronicles one, and because it don't have the KI system and Complete Chronicles like it has in Uru Live. Regardless, we hope this information is helpful. The KI, clicking on a book icon in the center of the big KI will create a journal entry just like pressing F6 will. And pressing on the white circle above that, it's supposed to be an eye containing the theme of the Guild of Maintainers. You see their seal here and there if you watch for them. You can take a picture just like if you press F5. So like I showed you, to take a picture is that circle what they're talking about, or you can hit F5 to delete a journal entry, a picture, or even a buddy from the list. Click on the Denny 0 on the far right side of the screen. You've seen that on there, that icon beside that. I didn't point that out to you, but it was there. On the right hand side, you'll see some circular shapes. These are toggles, and in order of top to bottom will allow you to stop showing the main KI window, mute the sound, or switch between broadcasting text, chat, or private chatting. At the very bottom there's a small white circle. Clicking that will shut down the big KI down. I told you about that. On the left is a glowing circle of sorts. This represents the calibration function. You will see that if you watch my playlist. This is not yet implemented, but it does serve two uses. One, this is what the markers will look like when you set up a marker game. And two, there is a line that slides from above to the center of the glowing circle. This line will give you an indication of how well the servers are transmitting the game information to you. If the line isn't moving, neither are you. I didn't know. It's good to read this. How do I invite someone to one of my ages? This is a tricky process, but it can also be managed in a number of different ways. One way is to share your Relto book. You do this by opening the book, clicking on the page that reads share this book, and then using the book cursor to click on the person you want to share with. If you miss the first time, keep trying, but clicking repeatedly in rapid succession won't help. Once your friend is in your Relto, you can then go to your bookshelf, flip the middle tab on the book you wish to share, see illustration. Once that's done, your friend may then use the book as usual, and they will link to your age. You can leave the tab flipped up before you invite your friend over too. Another way to do this is to open up your KI and select the middle icon. I showed you that. This is the player view. Locate the name of the player you wish to add and click on it. If you click on the list to the left of the screen, or click on the category list down in the middle under the icon until you see the name you want on the right, then you'll find the name you want. Click on it once. The name you selected should appear in the box above the icons. Also, small triangles pointing to certain categories should have appeared. Scroll down that center list until you find the name of the age you want to invite your friend to, and click on the triangle beside it. When the triangle vanishes, it means your friend should receive the invitation. And I told you about that, where it's going to show up at in the Nexus. How do you add a person to buddy list? Open up the main KI screen, select the middle icon. This is the player view. I showed you that. Click on the name, the player you wish to add, and click on it. Then you can click on the list from the left of the screen, or click on the category list down the middle on the icon until you see the name you want on the right. When you find the name you want, click on it once. The name you selected should appear in the box above the icons. Also, small triangles pointing to certain points should have appeared. Click on the triangle pointing to the category buddies. The name you selected should appear in the list on the far left under buddies, or select the category buddies. Select add buddy by ID. Type in the KI number given to you by your friend, their KI number, and you type it in. Once you hit return, it should appear in the list as far left under buddies. And that's another way, so you can do that through KI numbers. I've done that too. How do you join a neighborhood? You need to have a friend invite you through their Relto. This is the only way to join a neighborhood, but not the only way to visit one. You have a neighborhood when you go in, but you can join another neighborhood by deleting your Relto, I think, then doing that. See above how to invite someone to one of my ages. A friend brought into the game using invite will be part of your neighborhood as well. See invitation command. What is a marker? A marker is a function of the KI that has multiple uses. They resemble floating, glowing spheres that can be used in the game to Easter egg hunts, capture the flag, hold, or a piece of, or paper chase quest. A leads to B leads to C, etc. That all of that is in my playlist. I'm calibrating. To create a marker game, you must first have your KI calibrated. Details to follow. Once this is done, either type in I hope you heard me on this other stuff. I noticed that was blinking. Well, let's read this again. Let's read this from the start. I don't know if you heard that. All of that. I know it's going to be a pain, but might have had this muted. Clicking on the book icon in the center of the KI will create a journal entry, just like pressing F6 will. By pressing this, a white circle above that, and that I showed you that to take a picture. you can take a picture, or if you press F5 to delete a journal entry, a picture, or even a buddy list, click on the Denny. You've seen that. Click Denny number 0 on the far right of the screen. I think it's a box with a dot in it. On the right hand side, you will see some circular shapes. These are toggles, and in order from the top to bottom will allow you to show or stop showing the main KI window, mute the sound, or switch between broadcasting text, chat, or private chatting. At the very bottom, there is a small white circle. Clicking on that will shut the big KI down. I showed you that, how to close the KI. And the last is a glowing circle of sorts. It represents a calibration function. And that's in my playlist. You can see that. This is not yet implemented, but there are serves two uses. One thing is that the marker will look like when you set up the marker game, and two, there is a line that shows the slides from above the center of the glowing circle. The line will give you an indication of how well the servers are transmitting the game information to you. If the line isn't glowing, neither are you. Isn't moving, neither are you. How do I invite someone to one of my ages? I talked about this, and it shows up in your Nexus. This is a tricky process, but it can also be managed in a number of different ways. One way is to share your Relto book. You do this by opening your book, clicking on the page that reads share this book, then using the book cursor, click on, I'll show you this when I get to the Relto after I read this. Cursor to click on the person you want to share it with. If you missed the first time, keep trying and click repeatedly in rapid succession. Won't help. Once your friend is in your Relto, you can then go to your bookshelf and flip the metal tab up that you wish to share. If you want to know more about that, watch the playlist. Once that's done, your friend can then use the book as usual, and then will link to your age, or you can leave it flipped up before they get there. Another way to do this is open up your KI, select the middle icon. This is the player view. Locate the name of the player you wish to add. Click on it. You can click on the list on the left of the screen, or click on the category list down in the middle under the icons until you see the name you want on the right. When you find the name, you can click on it once. The name you selected should appear in the box above the icon. Also, small triangles pointing to certain categories should have appeared. Scroll down the center list until you find the name of the age you want to invite or your friend to. Click on that triangle beside it. When the triangle vanishes, that means your friend should receive the invitation. I showed you about in the Nexus how to do that, how to go there, where to go when they send you the invitation, how to go to that invitation. I showed you that in the Nexus. How do I add a person to buddy list? Open up the main KI screen, select the middle icon. This is the player view. Locate the name of the player you wish to add. I showed you how to do this. Click on it. You click on the list on the left of the screen, or click on the category list down the middle under the icons to see the name you want to on the right. When you find the name you want to click on it once. The name you selected should appear in the box above the icons. Also, a small triangle pointing to a certain category should have appeared. Click on the triangle pointing to the category buddies. The name you have selected should appear in the list of buddies on the far left under buddies. I showed you that. Or you can select the category buddies, select add buddy by ID, type the KI number given to you by your friend. Once you hit enter, they should appear on your buddy list. You could, in other words, add them by KI number. Join a neighborhood. You need to have a friend invite you through your Relto. This is the only way to join a neighborhood, but this is the only way to join a neighborhood, but not the only way to visit one. I showed you how to visit neighborhoods. See above how to invite someone to one of my ages. A friend brought into the game using invite will be part of your neighborhood when they join. See invitation commands. But if you don't join by invite to join the game, you will join being in your own neighborhood. Created, not your own. I mean, I showed you that some other people will be there. You'll be automatically added to a neighborhood, a random neighborhood. What is a marker? A marker is a function of the KI that has multiple uses. They resemble floating glowing spheres and can be used in games similar to Easter egg hunts, capture the flag, hold, or a paper chase quest. A leads to B, B leads to C, etc. You'll see all this in the earlier playlist for that in the marker calibration. To create a marker game, you must first have your KI calibrated. Once this is done, either type in create marker folder without the quotes or press F8. The KI window should open, showing you the marker creation dialog. Click edit game. Choose the type of game you wish to set up. If you select hold or capture, you will be asked to set a time limit. Without hitting done, edit, close your KI window, press F12 or click the round thingy on the top right hand side. Move around the edge to place the places you want to place the markers and place the markers by pressing F7. You can place one anywhere you can get to. When you have placed all the markers, you're going to open your KI main window again. Click on the marker list. You will see all the markers you've placed. From here, you can change the name of a given marker or delete it completely. When you are satisfied, click Done Editing and then Play Game. If you've chosen a capture or hold game, you can now begin inviting others. You can invite everyone from the current age or individuals one at a time. When they join, they will be split up into teams automatically and be shown all particular KIs. If you chosen a quest, clicking play game will start you on your way. A display will show you the markers you found and the ones you yet to find. How many pictures does the KI store? Approximately 15 images and journal entries that may change in the future. I hope they add more, but I doubt it. It's been a while. How do I place a picture on the imager? First off, you must be a member of the neighborhood the imager is in. I showed you where the imager is. After that, simply approach the imager, open up your main KI window, and select the picture you wish to add. The imager should have appeared on the category list as shown in your bottom buddy list, either on the left-hand side of the screen or down the middle under the icons. Select the imager and press the triangle that appears next to it. The picture should appear on the imager. How do I delete and reset an age? In your Relto, go inside your hut and click on your left-hand bookcase. Looking at your bookcase, you will see that each book has two metal tabs, top and bottom. The top one, when flipped up, will allow others to visit your age. Clicking on the bottom one, the one with this symbol will delete the book. Be sure you want to do this because once it's done, there's no turning back. Still a whole lot, not too much. How do I make a journal entry? Activate your KI so that it rests on the top left corner of your screen. The manual refers to this as the mini KI. In this very center, you will see an open book icon. Click that. Your journal dialog will start immediately, or press F6. The journal function can be very useful for keeping notes when you travels through Denny, and it will be used as a kind of mailing system referred to by some as KI mail. It's a pun. You see KI mail. Get it? KI mail. Oh, never mind. I guess you had to be there. Simply create a journal entry and then transfer it using the method described below. How to take a picture. First, orient yourself to whatever it is you want to take a picture of. If you don't want yourself in the picture, try switching it to first person view, F1, or mouse over yourself and allowing your avatar to become transparent as possible. This will not work to your satisfaction. Activate your KI so that it rests on the top left corner of your screen. The manual refers this to the mini KI. Just above the open book icon, you will see the picture of an eye. Click that. You should then be presented with the main KI screen and the image you wanted. From there, you can move the picture to another category or send a copy to a friend or press F5. How do you transfer them? Select a name you wish to transfer to. You can do this in a number of different ways, but you know you've got it when you see the name you want in the box over the icons. Select the item you want to transfer. You should see a little triangle appear next to the box with your friend's name in it. Click that triangle, and when it vanishes, it means the item has gone successfully. Pressing on the triangle on the other categories will move the item to those folders. The Nexus. I showed you the Nexus. The Nexus is a massive holding spot of books built by the Denny to serve as a transportation hub of sorts. The Nexus can be linked to via neighborhood books approved by the Denny or the Nexus book on Rialto bookshelves. I'll show you how to get to that from the Rialto, but I showed you the other way, neighborhood books. How do I access the main system? Insert your hand, I told you about that, into the KI receptacle by clicking on the small slot. How to link to a location? I showed you that. Select the location you would like to link to. Press the book button on the top of the screen and then activate the linking panel of the book that eventually appears. I showed you how to do that. What is the difference between private and public links? Public links can be accessed by anyone. A private location can only be accessed if you have sent an invitation by someone. I already told you how to do that. Areas can be made private and public by clicking on the Make Private or Make Public button in the upper right-hand corner of the Nexus screen. How do I delete private links? You can press on the Denny number 0 on the right side of the name of the link to delete it. What is personal links? Whenever you link to an age via Rialto books or DRC approved books, a link becomes available. I told you about that. Available in the Nexus. These personal links can be shared with others, and once you shared by your friends will appear in your personal links section. What are city locates? City locates are various linking spots in Agira or city proper to be added later. You can add some links to this section by registering your KI to various pedestals that are located throughout the city. I showed you how to do that and where they're at. Other city locations links are added by the DRC when they approve an area. Can I sort links? Links can be sorted by name alphabetically or population by clicking on either word. The arrows next to either word will change the sort order. How do I create a neighborhood? You must make sure that your Rialto neighborhood book is made volatile by clicking on the button below the book. You you will be asked if you want to revoke your membership to that neighborhood. Click yes and travel to the Nexus. Once you have registered at the Nexus station again, you will see a flashing icon of a book name in the upper left corner. Clicking on this button will create a new neighborhood of which you are a member. You will be asked if you are sure you want to carry out such an action. Click yes. You are now the founder of a new neighborhood and can invite others to be members through the KI. Make it public or anything else you would like to do. Beware that if a neighborhood has no members, the neighborhood will be deleted permanently. And that is that. And I will show you to go to the Relto and see, you can share your Relto. I should show you that. If a person's by, you click share this book. And if they're standing right there, you click them, then they can accept it. Then you can go, then they'll go to your Relto. Then you click on this, open this, and go behind them. When you link in doing this, you will go inside. Doing that, you will go inside your hut, and they will go out there when I first opened the game here by the dock. You will probably not have the dock. Well, I know you won't have a dock if you start off. You have to get that later on. For more information about that, you can watch my playlist. Click on this to go to Nexus, bring up your bookcase. Once you have a Nexus, you will have this book, the second book. You click on that, and then we'll go to the Nexus. And I want to thank you for tuning in. I am Chan the Tech Man. And thank you for watching. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. Get notified when I become live. Like this video and my other videos. Get in the comments section. I encourage you to do that. And share all my stuff on your social media. And go to the website chansmith.me. It's CHANSMITH.me. And I have posts there and stuff that's just there and not on YouTube and other places. Fixes and stuff I post there, and fixes to games. I have at least 2 fixes to games on there, one for Sims 4 and one for Sim City, and they're hard to find, so they'll be there on my page. And there's a link to my YouTube page in the menu, YouTube channel in the menu. And thank you for watching. Until next time.